Hey, my beautiful star beam. I'm super excited to be here today with you to chat about quantum manifestation and the principles behind that. Well, a few principles behind that. And so remember to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification. If you want to work one-on-one, if this message resonates with you, you can go to the description box below for all the different ways that we can do that. And check out the School of Magic. This is your cosmic community of support and learning. I'm doing monthly live group coaching calls and pouring tons of resources in, answering your questions on spirituality and manifesting. It's a grand old time. I would love to have you in there. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to talk about self-concept. This is how you view yourself, how you interact with yourself, what kind of self-love you are giving to self, the thoughts that you are thinking, the beliefs that you are holding. That also has to do with your subconscious, which we're going to talk about a little bit in a minute. But your self-concept is how you are resonating internally, and that is projected outside of you externally, because your reality is very much a hologram projection. It is all of your beliefs, all of your values, all of your truths, all of the things that you were taught, all that stuff down in your subconscious projected outside of you. And so however that you are interacting with self, you are going to get that mirrored out in relationships, in jobs, in opportunities, in experiences, in your money, everything. Okay, so it's all a mirror to teach us and help us grow and evolve. I used to have not so great self-concept in the past. I was experiencing a lot of anxiety and depression. I was very, very negative, especially towards myself, very self-deprecating, always negativity, drama, all those things. And that did not lead to a very good external reality. But at that time, at that consciousness stage, I did not realize that I was the one that was doing that. And sometimes I think that gets misinterpreted because we're like, why would I choose a negative existence around myself? It's not you consciously choosing those things. It's the stuff coming from your subconscious. It's the reality lenses in which you are looking through based on inner child trauma, PTSD, maybe narcissistic relationships. All of these things build these filter lenses around you and make you interact with your reality in a certain way. But at the end of the day, it's because of the trauma and the PTSD and the programming that you're getting a reflection outside of you to match that of what you have running internally. Again, that's not your fault. It's our responsibility to go within and heal those things and become aware. Awareness is key. That's how you start to actually break those things down and start to rebuild a very strong foundation where you can be confident, self-assured, have very good thoughts, take care of yourself, love yourself. Your self-concept is almost you putting yourself on a pedestal, okay, and saying, I know what I deserve. I am a multidimensional being who is limitless, who all realms of possibility are available to. Is those filter lenses that we have to deconstruct in order to get back to the wholeness of who we are. Because we don't see how those things are correlated, your self-concept, but it radiates out into every area of your life because you are a whole being. So if we are feeling unworthy or undeserving, that's going to affect our relationships. It's going to affect our money, our finances. It's going to affect the opportunities and experiences that are brought to us, because that is the frequency that we are resonating on of low self-worth, low confidence, low self-esteem. And so we are going to get external circumstances and validation to show us where our internal frequency is sitting. Where we have to start reprogramming our subconscious. This is our beliefs, our values, our truths. And if you have had a lot of other people projecting their own trauma and how they believe that reality works, it can really shift how you interact with yourself and reality. So you've got to install new thoughts, beliefs, and values. And this is done through repetition and realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are also not your emotions. Those are things that you are channeling. You are a prosperous and abundant being at your core, and it's those filter lenses that make you think otherwise. You can decide whether you want to align with a thought or not is because you are the awareness behind it. You are the multidimensional spirit observing your human self with your mental mind. Okay, that's why you can say, I don't resonate with that. I don't believe that about myself, right? But you have to continuously do that over and over and over again. And what ends up happening is those limiting beliefs start to defragment, not only in one area of your life, but when you start breaking down one self-limiting belief, your brain says, maybe these other ones aren't true as well. So you've got to spend time learning how to be in those higher levels of consciousness state as your higher self, your multidimensional form, so that you can detach from the trauma and the PTSD, observe it, and say, I understand why we are experiencing these things in our life that are non-preferable, but I'm not going to attach to them, and I'm actually going to help them heal, because that is not me at my core. We also need to learn how to regulate our central nervous system and process our emotions. When you are in fear, scarcity, lack mindset, panic mode, it cuts your channels of receiving off. It cuts you off from your imagination, your creativity. We are in survival mode. We are not manifesting a lot of things when we're there, because it's kind of like an animal that's like scratching, trying to survive, okay? And you are doing everything you can to get out of your present situation, to escape. But what needs to happen is we actually need to dive in internally, regulate, understand that we are safe and secure within, that there's nothing outside of us that is going to provide that safety and security. We've got to find that place in order to manifest that externally. Now that we're feeling very calm and relaxed, our central nervous system is regulated, our body feels safe enough to process our emotions, and we need to process those because they're the fuel for our manifestations. It doesn't really matter about the 3D tangible things. Okay, I know we want the house and the car and the money and all of that, but if you are experiencing panic and the hows and the whens and the whys, you're actually repelling those things away from you. So let's put those over here for a second. And we need to focus on what emotions are those things going to bring me. Is it happiness, peace, joy, love, bliss, serenity, magic, whimsy? When we focus on those and how we can feel more of that throughout our day, we naturally become a vibrational match to receive more of that, more of our manifestations, our desires. We want to have goals, okay? We want to have things that we're working towards, our desires, manifestations. But if it's causing you stress and anxiety, let's focus on the energetics underneath them and feeling those frequencies within, because then we are opening up that portal of possibilities with the universe, and it's saying like, oh, you like these vibrations and frequencies? Let's bring you a whole bunch of other things that you didn't even necessarily ask for, and reset your entire reality to match those, instead of just focusing on these couple things over here. So again, working on your self-concept, subconscious mindset reprogramming, processing your emotions, and regulating your central nervous system, those are the foundational layers of quantum manifestation. Then we can get into things like getting into your imagination realm and quantum leaping and quantum jumping into a new reality. I would love to hear in the comments if you enjoyed this chat today, and which step in the process are you currently working on, or maybe it's all 4 of them. And if you resonated with this message and you want to work one-on-one, make sure and check the description box below for all the different ways, and the School of Magic, our cosmic community of support and learning. I hope you have a very magical day, and I'm sending you all the sparkly fairy love.